Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome back to my channel. So, I received an email a few days ago from a follower, and she mentions getting ghosted. Um, she mentions that this is something that happens quite frequently in her life, and I think this is a good topic to talk about because we've all been there. Maybe in different levels, but I feel like it's very relatable. And I'll let you know, guys, what to do. So, what happens when you get ghosted and how to move past it. So, before I tell you guys what to do moving forward, you know that I'm going to take you to the back in time, because I always feel like everything has deep rooted beliefs, deep rooted foundational beliefs that are what start to create all of this. So I'm going to ask you to look back in your past, go back, go back in your mind, and try to remember a time where you felt not safe. It is very, very likely that when you're constantly getting ghosted, it most likely means that you have fear of abandonment. And I used to get ghosted all the time myself, and I used to have fear of abandonment. And when you have fear of abandonment, it usually comes from something in your childhood. I want you to take a second. If you don't automatically know where it's coming from, I want you to take a second and self-evaluate. Think, where can you find a memory that relates to this? Maybe it was part of your trauma. Maybe it was something traumatizing that happened to you. Maybe your parents got divorced and you felt, like you were being left behind. Um, Maybe it was the belief that you were being left behind. Sometimes, um, for example, me, and you guys know I don't mind talking about my experiences, but for when it comes to me, what made me develop having fear of abandonment, it wasn't because I was actually abandoned. It wasn't because my parents separated. It was because one of my parents used to continuously threaten me as a child that they were going to leave me. And, as a child, you're very impressionable, and the constant threat of, I'm going to leave you and I'm going to forget you're my daughter. I'm going to forget you ever existed. I'm going to forget I loved you. Yada, yada, yada. And one day almost doing it, that was very traumatizing to me. And the reason that I can speak about that now with a serious face is it just shows how much I have overcome. And if I can do that, then all of you guys can. I truly believe that. So I want you to take a second to self-evaluate and try to go back and pinpoint where this belief first originated, or at least where you first caught this belief, because it could be before you even acknowledged that this is what was happening. Once you do that, once you can go back and look at that event, then you already have the tools to clean on that situation. You know that you can use Ho'oponopono to go back and clean on that. You know that you can use EFT tapping to start tapping out some of those emotional components in your body. And you have the tools. I will always say, as a little disclaimer, that when you're working on anything, trauma wise, anything in your childhood, be very gentle. Be very, very gentle. Um, Go slow, but be consistent. So once you have pinpointed that situation and you already know what to do about that situation, then you're going to start being able to move forward. And how are you going to do that? The second step would be to start changing the story about who you are and your relation to people continuously ghosting you. So you're going to be working on your self-love. You're going to be working on your self-concept, right? Your self-concept is who you are in relation to the situation. So when you look at your situation, when you look at your circumstances, what are the beliefs that continuously come to mind? When you get ghosted, what are the first beliefs that immediately come to mind? I'll tell you what, for me, what comes to mind. When you're being ghosted, you most likely feel like you're not wanted, you're not chosen, you're not important enough, and you're not good enough. You're going to take those affirmations and you're going to flip them. You have already identified the original problem, and now you have identified the limiting beliefs that are causing you to get ghosted. So clear the past. Go affirmation based. I am wanted. I am loved. I am wanted. I am good enough. I am worthy. I am important. I am a priority. I am chosen. I am always chosen by the one I want. I am worthy of the time. I am respected. You're going to go ham on these affirmations because these are the beliefs that you have to shift. And once you start to work on those self-love and self-concept affirmations, you're going to immediately start to feel better because consciously, right, you're doing the work and, oh, you know, I'm starting to feel better. And then you might see some shit start to come up that go against the affirmations that you have been working on. You're going to take that as feedback. You're not going to react. You're going to take it as feedback, and you're going to understand that what is happening in 3D is delayed. It means that it comes from the thoughts that you were having before. So you're going to keep going. You're going to keep going, keep going. If you need to take a rest and cry and scream, do that. Let it all out. Pick yourself back up and keep going. I am wanted. Use the way that you learn. I have spoken about this before. Use the way that you learn to reprogram your mind. If you like scripting, write down your affirmations every night. Write them and read them. As you're writing them, you're reading them. If you're more audible, listen to them. Do a combination. Listen to affirmations while you're sleeping. This is why I think I have now 3 sleep meditations. Listen to your sleep meditations. During the day, while you're working, if your job permits, if your job is the type of job where you're like behind a computer and permits for you to listen to your own stuff, create a playlist of your favorite meditations from me and from whoever else you like on YouTube. Put that playlist every day. Just put it low so that you hear it in the background while you're working. At home, you hear it in the background while you're doing the dishes, while you're cleaning, whatever. If you have children at home, put them in the background. Let them hear it too. It's beneficial for them as well. And slowly but surely, you won't get ghosted again. And most likely, the person that ghosted you will come back because you're changing you. You're shifting the root. You're changing the root belief, and then you're adding the new stuff that is going to create a brand new reality for you. Getting ghosted is not fun. It hurts, and it's going to feel really bad. I feel like sometimes we sugarcoat things too much. Listen, it's gonna hurt. Getting ghosted hurts. but understanding that you're not a victim of your reality, understanding that you have the power to shift things, understanding that this person will come back, and maybe when they come back you don't even want them and you want to go for the next person, whatever your case is. Understanding that you have the power to change it should be empowering enough. If you don't believe in yourself enough right now to believe that you can shift it, because we've all been there, if you don't believe in yourself enough to truly trust that you can do this, believe in me that I'm telling you that it works. If it worked for me, it has to work for you. So it's okay. If you don't fully believe you can do it, believe that I'm telling you that it works. And then just do the work. Consistent, slow and consistent. And the reason why I say slow is because a lot of you guys try to do everything at once and you try to go too fast and you're obsessively trying to do things, and that backfires because your body is an emotional, it's an energetic body. It needs time for things to shift within, and then it needs time for things to shift on the outside. So go slow and steady, and you won't get ghosted again. Trust me, this works. As always, I am there for you if you need coaching. My email is in the description box below. If you have been listening to any meditations of mine and they have worked for you, if you have seen some things happen in your 3D positively after listening to my meditations, let me know. I want to create like a video with a bunch of little stories from you guys telling, the world all the little manifestations that you have been getting, how good you have been feeling. Let me know, and until next one, bye.